Hello, fake sinners, and welcome to this week's meeting of the Sad Kids Record Society. I am your host, Lilli, and I'm listening to Cellophane by Don Broco.
And I'm your other host, Adam, and I'm listening to I'll Make a Man Out of You from the Mulan soundtrack.
But we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's drop the needle.
This is amazing. You are literally like my musical soulmate.
This is a bop.
We have survived barely another week.
Yeah.
All things being equal, another 4 days, but who's counting? For us, for you, it's been a week. And so we're here back with the Sad Kids Record Society.
We're sleeping.
We're sleeping. Did I say Adam and Lilli at the disco when I did the intro, or did I say Sad Kids Record Society?
I'm pretty sure you said the correct sound or the correct name.
Well, you know what? For some reason, my brain thought that I did the old one, and I'm just going to assume that we did the new one. And if I fucked up, then I'll just do like a little thing. But I'm pretty sure we're good.
Just censor it out.
Yeah.
Put the text over your mouth.
Just like the fucking Conan back in the day when he would put the picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger and the only thing that moved was the mouth. Yeah, I think that would work. I think, yeah, for sure.
It's very professional.
Oh yeah, yeah. I almost wore my Aeropostale hoodie today, and
we could have been cuties.
We could have been cute matching cuties.
Yeah.
Well, that's my fault. I just got this at the thrift store, and I think it's really cute, though.
I like it.
So,
you know, the good thing about like Aeropostale and Proper is they have like shirt sales for days. Like they've got buy 2 get 50 most of the time is basically what it feels like.
Yeah. That hoodie, I've worn it on the show before, you've seen it, but it's that blue like hooded sweatshirt that just says Aero New York on it. And I got that years ago. And it is like a 3XL men's Aero
hoodie. Sure. Yeah.
But for my purposes now, it works great because it's nice, it's baggy, it's comfy, but also it's still like highlights, and it's interesting. I like it. I enjoy it. But yeah, I'm in hoodies now instead of fucking my skimpy tank tops because we're back to good old Washington. If I could open up that garage door and show you, you'd see the gloom. We're back. Oof. That's what I'm used to. It's been unseasonably beautiful. Well, I don't know about unseasonably, but it's been really fucking beautiful the last week and a half. Like we got here and I'd say maybe there were 3 days where it was a little cloudy, a little gloomy, and then it's just been beautiful ever since. And so wonderful Memorial Day weekend weather-wise. And now it's gloomy, but it's supposed to be a little bit nicer tomorrow, and then it's supposed to be nice again this weekend. So I'm pleased about that.
Sure.
I understand the more it rains now, the better the summer's going to be. So
yeah. It's been like hit and miss, but I mean, it's hot as balls today. It's like 80 something, and it feels like it could be fucking 100.
Yep. Could be. That's Kansas for you, though.
Yeah.
I don't really have a ton of life updates. You do have several. So I do want to let you plead your case. But the one thing that I do want to say is that there is something about, I mean, you've known me for a long time. You knew me in the before times. Right. We call that BL and AL, before Lilli and after Lilli. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the whole thing. So up until now, I've never really had long hair. And like it's hard to it's really hard to illustrate. I'm gonna take my headphones off so you can kind of like see the vibe here. Normally I'm wearing these headphones, so it's like hard to kind of parse. My hair is pretty long, but like it's long. It's like it's curly. It goes out, but like when I wash it and stuff, it goes down to my shoulders. Like it's long. I have long hair now. And the one thing that I don't know that I appreciated about having long hair that like bounces and moves and flows, I had to go to the post office today to send some stuff, you know, as you do at the post office.
Right. Yeah.
One would assume.
Or collect a package.
No, I had to send things today. I was the deliverer today. But I had to go to the post office to send some stuff, and I was listening to music, and apropos of nothing, I didn't plan or anything, but my sound system for today, this episode, came on my shuffle. And I fucking love Don Broco. I love that song. And I was fucking head banging, and I could feel my hair. And I've done it before, but like I was really conscious of it today for some reason. And I could feel my hair like bouncing with the head bang. And there's motion there. And it's just like, that fucking rules.
Yeah.
That fucking rules. And so maybe we're going to have some stuff from Elliot, little bitch, here in a little bit in the mail time section, but I'm going to have to reevaluate some things because I'm now becoming conscious of my own majesty, as it were.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the best that I can do is it's when the hat's not on, it's like a side to side headbang to get the hair going.
Sure.
And that's just really not like a vibe for anybody. Like, you know, just kind of fucking in.
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. I'm Adam. Hair back and forth. I whip my hair. I'm Adam now. Hair back. You know what I mean? Like one of those things.
It's almost like a toddler getting exercised.
Sure. Yeah. No, I don't want to go to bed. It's like one of those things. Nuh-uh. No, I don't want to eat that. No. Yeah. I feel it.
For fucking sure.
Oh, speaking of toddlers getting exercised, which is what I'm basically considering the beleaguered boy child. That's the main event. Let's start with, because I was not expecting there to be an update to the Denim Odyssey so soon.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk about
Denim. There's going to be one again. We'll see.
Well, this is the main update, and I'm very pleased to hear the results of this update because again, we've got some agreements in our mail time section. But tell me what happened with Denim.
Sure. So Denim came over on Saturday, which just so happened to be our anniversary.
Sure.
But since we had family in town last week, we delayed a cookout that we were going to have. So we just said, hey, fuck it. It's Saturday. It's our anniversary. Let's just do cookout today. And Aurora was going to go to Denim's and then was just like, well, what if Denim comes here? It's like, okay, we're already going to have people, but sure. What's one more in the mix?
Sure. Strange kid named Denim.
Yeah. And we had gone out to lunch earlier with the kids, and Aurora had a friend in tow, and she was showing pictures of Denim. And one of these is the only thing that I can equate to single dad in his 40s kind of selfie taken right here.
Oh, like he's got
laying down.
He was laying down.
It was just, but it was still just up here, head up.
I think if he was standing up and he took a picture like that, then maybe I consider that a green flag because that's really fucking funny.
Right.
Don't like that he was laying down, because if he's laying down, what that says to me is that he was trying to take a picture of something else and he had the camera turned the wrong way. Right. That's what I associate with that angle, but please proceed.
Yep. So of course we all roasted that shit while we were at lunch. And then he proceeds to come over. This kid has the thickest eyebrows one would have ever seen in their life, which is kind of concerning with his kind of semi-youth. I mean, it's
like thicker than mine. Are you talking about Eugene Levy thick?
They're dense. It's just hair in there, hair on hair on hair. It's not bushy, but you can just tell that there's a little rug that lives above his eyes.
I don't know how to parse this in my head because I've always had thicker eyebrows, and I think that they frame my face pretty nicely even now. But you're telling me thicker than a Eugene Levy.
I mean, maybe they're proper. but they're fucking
like they're not like all the wacky wild all over the place.
Right. They've been well kept somehow or another.
Okay.
That was the wrong family group chat. I'll find this kid and I'll send it to you. I don't mind sharing pictures of weird looking kids on motorbikes.
Yeah.
That could be like a whole vibe there.
Red green motorcycle. We talked about this already on the show.
Yeah. See, if only it was one of those kids. But no, that's now been sent. And mind you, this was a photo that's...
I see what I mean. I see what you mean, I should say.
Right.
Okay. For obvious reasons, I'm not gonna put this child's picture on screen or anything like that.
Right. Otherwise, I was gonna just like hold the phone up myself. But yeah.
He looks like he looks like what if Twitty from Even Stevens had a stronger jaw?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think is what I would. So look up a picture. Let me make sure I got the right character when I'm talking about Twitty. Yeah. His haircut and everything. What if Twitty had like a wider jaw, and then you've got Denim
as a name.
And
anyway. So he came over. They fucked off for a little bit. We had food. They ate upstairs. All of the things transpired that we'll talk about here after a while. And then they come downstairs and it's just like Aurora and Denim. And I'm sitting in one of our lawn chairs that's back there, and he's not a tall guy, but he's sitting on like one of the bar stools that we had gotten for back there. We received for back there. Sure. And I look up and I'm like, this isn't a situation I do often, and I'm not going to do it for more than 5 seconds. I'm getting up and moving. Like
looking up at someone?
Yeah, I had to like actually do this. I'm like, this isn't a vibe for me. This isn't something that I do for anybody. Good day. And immediately moved. And everybody was like, oh, that kind of feels weird. I was like, it really shouldn't. I'm a tall guy. I'm not trying to be intimidating, but maybe Denim fuck off. He works.
I'm gonna really quick time out. I'm gonna tell you. It's a little weird.
I'm not one that
sometimes a seat can just be a seat. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can just sit down. No, not Adam. Adam has to be the tallest person in the room. Otherwise, he's gonna kill himself or something. Whatever.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. God, if only.
I'm gonna have to censor that. Don't say where this child works because
I'm not putting places. I'm not putting places.
You said. I mean, how many of that kind of place can there be?
There's quite around here. I mean, the high school, for God's sakes. There's plenty of other high school, college places that it could be.
I'm gonna cut that out. Please refrain from mentioning the type of places child works because you almost doxed your fucking daughter last week.
I about did that.
I had to cut that out too.
Thankfully, there's a few of those kind of places around Wichita, but yes. Sure.
But like if I don't think we have those people. If the right kind of freak is listening to this podcast,
my God. Yeah, we're not doing that.
They can and they will check each and every single one just to be sure. So let's minimize the amount of weirdness.
Well, then let me just go ahead and say he's a groundskeeper at a place.
I don't know why the word groundskeeper got me. I associate groundskeeper with like a fucking 80-year-old man with tenure.
Yes.
That has like a bad eye and a fucking lesson to teach you. You know what I mean?
And he is going to school for automotive. It's like, well, okay.
Automotive what?
What are you just going to do with like automotive mechanic, just mechanic stuff? Okay. Like, what are you going to do? It's a tech school. It's like, what are you going to do with that? Well, I'm going to take that and I'm going to apply it more to my groundskeeping because I want to be a lawn and landscaper. He said the word lawnscaper in front of 3 different people, which really made me feel icky. I don't care if it's a word. It's not something people should say is lawnscaper.
Okay.
And he's of course had to endure all this stuff of, my frustrations with generally everything else that has happened.
Yeah.
So the words are just flying out of my mouth. And he's a nice Christian kid, apparently, with a Trump 2024 flag in his bedroom, mind you. So he's one of those kind of good Christian kinds. And at the end, I was like, fuck it. You go for much worse. You can deal with me saying the fuck word 17 times in one sentence because I'm pretty good at that. So you'll deal. And he just kind of flat personality, really wouldn't say much, which given the situation, probably for the best. And then he goes to leave, and this would have been the second time that they've hung out, and they've been talking together for 2 weeks. And out in front of our house where his car is parked, he decides to ask if she would like to be his girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Or thankfully, rightfully so, she says, no, I don't even know you that well. And then, you know, so that was Saturday, and Monday, of course, being the holiday that it was supposed to go hang out with him, and inevitably just ended up not doing that. So I think the Dunham situation is done. Dunham.
Jeff Dunham for Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
Dunham.
Dunham could be a next character.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yep. So that was that child. But you had another real eventful thing happen on your anniversary with your other beleaguered boy child.
Yeah.
And I would just love to hear about that.
He crashed his truck into a fucking tree after fishtailing for a while. And by a while, I mean probably at least 20 feet. And smacked the tree so good, ended up breaking a barbed wire fence that was there because, you know, private property in the country, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he called, and of course he was sobbing, and he said he couldn't move the truck. It's like, okay, well, we'll come out here and get you. The guy that was here with us, my ex-sister-in-law's husband was here. Weird family, all dynamic all around. It's fine. But he went out there with me.
I'm gonna choose to not dwell on that.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. It's a weird family dynamic, or not family dynamic because again, ex. But
ex.
We go out there. We just all have a joint hatred for my brother. Is probably the easiest way to kind of tie that knot.
Yeah, that makes sense. So okay. I changed my mind. I'm going to dwell on this for a second. So it is your brother's ex-wife.
Yep. And her husband.
Her new husband.
Correct. Her new husband. And two of their kids were here. Yeah.
Okay. And then you went to go collect the beleaguered boy child with her husband.
Yes.
Okay. And you are all still friends because you all hate your brother.
Yeah. And I think this probably kind of all started with him like last year, but yeah, you're caught up.
I'm going to be honest with you. That's more normal than I think you think it is.
Yeah.
I just needed to take a second to parse it, but I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
So we go out there, and you know we've got the little family tracking app, so we know where everybody's at. And so I basically would just be able to triangulate right to him, and I called, and of course he's out in the road, truck still in tree, and I go to get into the truck to try and move it, thinking maybe you just don't know which way, which speed, which direction. This picture
you sent me, this picture I will put on the screen. This truck was not going fucking anywhere.
No.
Based on what I'm looking at right now and what you are, if you're watching the YouTube video, looking at on the screen, this truck was going it doesn't even have a fucking tire. The tire's off it.
Right. So we didn't discover that until we removed it from said tree, that the thing just fell to its side.
Gotcha.
Because
so what you're saying where the tire is in the photo is where the truck was. And you moved it back from that position.
Yep. Okay. That is where the impact was.
Gotcha.
So
that's crazy.
Our old neighbors just happened to live literally half a mile from where this happened. So it was just like, hey, I know you guys have a chain. This saves me from having to drive back in the town, go get another vehicle, blah, 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 blah. Like, you guys have a chain. They came down here, pulled it off. Motherfucker, of course, just falls. And it's like, fuck.
Cool.
And they're like, well,
I'm assuming this thing is toast, right? Is this like toast? Like total?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
I can't imagine it.
Tire fell off. Driver's side light fell off. Headlight fell off. Passenger side headlights just kind of hanging on.
Because you don't know for sure, because I think your family's like dynamic as far as like the kids and like who's whatever is pretty well documented on this podcast before. The truck comes from his bio dad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's his problem to deal with as far as like totaling the truck and payments and stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Well, it's been paid off. This is a hand-me-down even from their stepmom's dad to the kids' dad. Their dad gives it to him, Gabe. Mm-hmm. We've learned that this thing is all wired to fuck. That's also been talked about on this podcast of trying to go and get, a new stereo put in there. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering now, because the airbag never deployed.
Sure.
So I'm kind of wondering.
So what I'm wondering is if his bio dad was trying to kill him.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's the conspiracy. No,
I mean, that's the only thing. Yeah. But it's like this thing is just
it's just a fucking beater. And I think it's probably for the best that it's met its demise. Now, that being said, the other detail that you told me is that Gabe is supposed to be going between school and home and work and sometimes to see his new girlfriend.
Yeah. So that last detail is the part that is a no-no with the license that he's got. So we will likely get a ticket of some sort.
Sure.
But, with that was always the understanding of it's like a 10-minute drive. And if you take the main road, you are there in 10 minutes. You have nothing kind of but the other drivers around you to worry about. And he's proven to be a safe driver when driving normally, when he should be.
Well, he's probably gunning it in the country, just like doing whatever, where he's not supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, he said probably between 50 and 60 miles per hour, which, I don't mind doing on a dirt road, but I've been driving for 20 years. And I live in Kansas, where you kind of have to get used to dirt roads.
60 miles per hour on a dirt road for a new driver is not smart.
Right. No. I mean, it's really not even recommended.
For adults who've been driving for a long time, you're going to fishtail. And if you don't know how to handle it, then you're going to fucking do this. So,
yeah. So there's kind of two big ones that you can see. We'll see what happens because, of course, when you call the non-emergency line, that automatically initiates a sheriff come out.
Sure.
So there's going to be all the fun that has to do with that. So we'll see.
But he's otherwise unharmed, though. Yeah.
Correct.
Good.
Physically, yes.
At least
mentally
there's that.
And
physically, mentally,
no.
Well, we know from many experiences on this podcast that he is the beleaguered boy child for a reason. And so mentally, we knew this. But physically, I'm glad that he remains in good health. So, even though he's a fucking idiot.
Agreed.
Did you watch the 21 Pilots performance at the AMAs?
We missed it. And I'm going to tell you that our performance, just like general internet performance of that stream, was terrible enough that even the performances that we did get to see, because we probably had to have jumped on right after that. Sure. We got to see like half performances almost. It was bad.
Gotcha. I didn't watch the actual show, but I watched the video after the fact. They played Drag Path live on there, and the way that it starts is like the two of them facing each other playing keyboards on stage and singing, and they're singing and then Josh is harmonizing with the way that some of y'all are obsessed with Ryan Ross is the way, and Dallin Weeks is the way that I'm obsessed with Joshua Dunn. Okay.
Yep.
Like, that's my guy. And so whenever he sings and whenever he gets a moment like that, I get emotional. So Drag Path is already a song that makes me emotional to begin with, and then it's just them like singing at each other, and he's harmonizing with his like lows, and Tyler's doing the high. I'm just like, I'm having a fucking conniption. And then they start the display, the setup of the stage. It's got all of these like things happening on it, but like after a certain point, they start showing childhood home movies of the two of them on the screen.
Dang.
And I'm just like, motherfucker, and I'm just like doing I'm just crying, and it was a really good performance. They did real good. They're my boys. They did real good. They did real good.
Well, I saw they won best alternative artist.
They did,
but they didn't win album, which kind of hurt me a little bit.
Let me do like a quick. I don't want to dwell on this for too long, but I will. I do want to kind of give a look at this. So they played a pre-recorded version of Hooligan by BTS for some reason. Hootie and the Blowfish performed, Somber performed, the Pussycat Dolls performed a few songs featuring Busta Rhymes in there. Karol G, nice. Riley Green, we got 21 Pilots, Cat's Eye, Keith Urban, New Kids on the Block performed. That fucking rules.
Yeah, Keith Urban was the first one that we had watched. That's when we jumped in. Not watched. I don't want to say that we actively chose to participate in Keith Urban.
I enjoy watching Keith Urban. Tiana Taylor and Missy Elliott performed. Teddy Swims performed. Maluma performed. And then Billy Idol and Steve Stevens performed.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. So Artist of the Year was BTS. I like that. New Artist of the Year was Cat's Eye. It does look like they weren't even nominated for Album of the Year.
Was it just song?
It might have been
alternative album. It was just alternative album.
Yeah. Gotcha. Sabrina Carpenter with Man's Best Friend won Album of the Year. Golden by Huntrix won Song of the Year. Yeah. We love to see it. Pink Pantheress and Zara Larsson won Collaboration of the Year. Channel by Tyla won Social Song of the Year. Gnarly by Cat's Eye won Best Music Video of the Year. K-Pop Demon Hunters won Best Soundtrack, as they should. Shakira,
was Sinners nominated?
It was not, which is wild, but
yeah.
Oh, let's see. Shakira, her tour won Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran World Tour, won Tour of the Year. Benson Boone's American Heart World Tour won Breakout Tour. What does that even mean? Whatever. Zara Larsson won Best Breakthrough Album. Rock That Body by Black Eyed Peas won the Best Throwback Song. It was nominated alongside What's Up by Four Non Blondes and Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Wow.
That's a category.
Wow.
Golden by Huntrix won Best Vocal Performance. BTS Swim won Song of the Summer. The Biebs won Male Pop Artist. Sabrina Carpenter won Female Pop Artist. Cat's Eye won Breakthrough Pop Artist. Golden won Best Pop Song. Sabrina Carpenter, Man's Best Friend, won Best Pop Album. Unfortunately, Morgan Wallen won Best Male Country Artist.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Morgan Wallen is still in the collective consciousness of the world. So, whatever.
Right.
Let's see.
I also realize where my hang up with Benson Boone is because every time that Benson Boone is said, I think Benny Blanco.
Have you seen a recent picture of Benny Blanco? It is incredible what a haircut. No, it's incredible what a haircut and an eyebrow trim can do for somebody's appearance. Because who the fuck is that man? Anyway,
let's see.
Kendrick won Best Male Hip Hop Artist, and Cardi B won Best Female Hip Hop Artist. We've got Time.
What the fuck? The yassified Benny Blanco?
The yassified Benny Blanco.
What the fuck?
I'm going to put a picture of. Your girl might have fallen for AI on this one, and I'm really sorry about that. He got his eyebrows plucked, but he doesn't look quite as extreme as this picture that I saw. So I'm not going to put the picture up, but I might have fallen for AI on this one. And that's my bad. Anyway, you're going to see me later. It's going to be a different time of day. It's nice outside. Anyway, goodbye. The yassified Benny Blanco.
This is like looking at a photo of a Ken doll.
It's weird.
I don't like it. That's not him. I don't give a fuck.
That's a life model decoy. you remember the Santa? Which one of the Santa Claus movies where they had a evil Santa and he was kind of plasticky? That's what's happening. Yeah. It's Benny Blanco and evil Benny Blanco, and that's evil Benny Blanco.
Oh my god. This is like when a couple months ago Jim Carrey did a presentation at a French awards ceremony and people were like, that's not him, that's a person in a mask. This is worse than that.
Yeah,
I mean, good for you.
Yeah,
I know I can't have a glow up like that, but god damn.
Here's what we're looking for. I'm not going to go through the rest of it just because I don't want to. But we've got, best rock alternative artist was 21 Pilots. Best rock, alternative song was Back to Friends by Somber. Critically, no 21 Pilots songs nominated in that category. And then Somber, I barely know her. That's the name of Somber's album, won Best Rock Alternative Album. But yeah, that's the one 21 Pilots did not win.
Which pisses me off after seeing him be a little bitch on the Coachella stage. Like, you are just a little bitch.
Is Zach Bryan not doing country anymore? Because Zach Bryan was nominated for Best Rock Alternative, and that feels weird.
That is weird. It's like a song or an album?
An album. He was nominated. His album with Heaven on Top was nominated for Best Rock / Alternative Album. It says country alternative country on the genres for Wikipedia.
What does that even mean?
I don't fucking know, man. David Guetta also won Best Dance Electronic Artist, so that's fun.
Fuck that.
Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Zach Bryan looks like he came from Ulaga, Oklahoma. I don't even know how you say this. Ulaga, Oklahoma.
I think Zach Bryan's good. I think Zach Bryan's one of the good country artists.
Sure.
It just feels weird to have him in a
not country.
He put some lyrics about like ice being bad in one of his songs recently, and I think he kicked up a stir with the bass. So I think he might be okay. But I don't know. I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Please somebody correct me, because I don't want to promote. I'm not even promoting him, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be a.
I mean, it's like a shot in the dark with fucking anybody.
Okay.
Countryx could turn out to be demons themselves.
I mean,
that is kind of part of it.
Did you watch the movie?
That is true. All three of them.
All three of them. I mean, it would be incredibly hypocritical of the other two if they were demons.
Exactly.
Anyway. Shall we go to the mailbag?
Mailbag.
Mailbag. We have one email today from Danny, not Annie. It's Danny. Hello there, Dingus 1 and 2. It's Danny, not Annie. It's Danny. It's very rude. Mama is a fantastic song. It's like a cabaret drag show, and it's so intense. Guard's vocals are like a villain fighting two different sides. Very much a Jekyll and Hyde-like character. It's like the patient is losing the battle of trying to show his mom his sweet, innocent side, but the nasty truth is revealing itself to her through the letter. He's finally letting all the real-world experience he has gone through spew out into this letter as he is knocking on death's door. That's just my interpretation. I'm with that to a point. I think definitely it is his experiences like coming out on the page and like finally like exploding a little bit, but I don't know if it's necessarily about losing the battle of showing his sweet side. I don't think it's necessarily. But everybody is entitled to their interpretation, unless it's Dennis apparently, and then we get really aggressive for no reason. But that's neither here nor there. That was a whole podcast ago. Let's
not forget that Danny opened this with Dingus, so you are not being let off the hook.
True. So you know what Dingus is as Dingus does. Dingus 3. Anyways, hopefully the weather in Washington isn't all rain like it has been in Ohio. I mean, see beginning of podcast. Adam, you are a good dad for watching out for your kids like you do. Denim is a stupid name. Can't wait to show y'all my ranking for this album. Your friend, Danny, not Annie. It's Danny. Thank you, Danny, for writing in with that letter.
They write that like any of their rankings have been anything less than traumatizing.
Pure chaos, yeah. Oh, believe me. I haven't some insight into Danny, not Annie. It's Danny's ranking. A little bit of insight, and I am already I'm floored. We have a comment here from Boots on the Ground, Katie Slate, Caitlin Taylor, who, in a follow-up from when she commented on the End Dead to see if I had any guesses about her two favorites. I guessed that one of them was Mama, and Caitlin says Mama is indeed one of my favorites, +1 for Lilli. So I feel good about that. We also have a comment here from Tyler Washington, Mr. Frolicious himself. I don't have to come up with a nickname because he did it all for himself.
No, that's good enough.
He says, not worth sending an email about this, so I'll drop it here, but Danger Days shotgun review for the anniversary. You know what? I don't know what that would look like. I think like a review and ranking might be interesting. It's so fucking weird that because they did this with Black Parade as well, but Danger Days is going to be 16 years old in November.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't release this remaster in its 15th year, and they did that. Black Parade had another weird off anniversary year too, so I don't know what the fuck is going on there, but whatever.
Well, kind of like a few of us have learned on this podcast, sometimes it's wait until somebody should actually be allowed to properly drive.
I guess so. Well, I saw a comment on one of the on a thing that we'll talk about later. That's really funny. But speaking of that, but we'll come back to that later. We have one more bit here from Little Bitch Elliot Holmes.
Little Bitch.
Elliot says, I'm older than Lilli and I side with Lotus on concert preferences. Fuck seats. Pit GA is always where it's at if you can afford it. Adam, remember All American Rejects? That shit needed GA. From what I gather about the All American Rejects concert is that GA would not have helped it because the demographic of attendees was not conducive to a GA experience.
Correct.
From what
I have learned about concerts at the Kansas Star is I probably will not ever attend one there again unless it's somebody that I really want to see. But then I also think back to a couple of things that like I've seen at the Orpheum here that's classically a theater. And obviously they don't have a fucking pit, but at least those are like, yeah, you go for the vibes. You don't go because some asshole comped you a free ticket 7 months ago because they weren't selling tickets after they fucking canceled the first time.
Yeah.
But Elliot will also go see any artist that farts into a microphone. So he's not going to be a good barometer on this, little bitch.
Little bitch. I think for me, like it's tough because I did have my like early 20s, like pit experience. And I don't know that I've had two, I saw AWOL Nation twice and well, I've seen them a couple more times since, but like the two times I'm thinking of was when it was in the pit. I was right up against the stage for the first one. And when I came out of that, I was upset that I couldn't hear for days. And then the second time we were further back in the crowd, but we were still in the pit. And that one I will genuinely say was a really good time because at the time they played the song Jump on My Shoulders. And I literally lifted my friend that we were with up on my shoulders for the entirety of the song. And the only thing and that was really cool. I would never do it again.
Nope.
Because I was complaining for days that my shoulders hurt. And so otherwise it would have just been a standard pit experience. I can't maybe I have a dark patch on my soul. I don't know. I could be weird. I could be wrong. I get it. I would just I've had many pit experiences. I've had many seat experiences. And I fully believe that a seat is superior every time.
Yeah.
You could choose when you want to stand. You could stay seated if you want to stay seated. I don't know that I've ever looked down into a pit and been like, I'm missing out by not being down there. It just feels like frustration and logistics to me. And I'd like to not have to worry about it. But I'm not begrudging anybody their pit tickets or GA access. I'm not. I just think that most times as you get older, you're going to appreciate resting your knees more than you're going to appreciate sweating in a pit with a bunch of people that might give you COVID.
Right. Well, I've got a bad back too. Like it's
generally
not a thing for me to want to stand too often and possibly be shoved around by strangers. Like that's not necessarily enjoyable for me. I mean, but like when we saw AJR, we got invited down to the GA area. And I saw Blink 182 in the same place. And we had tickets as far back as you could get. And I felt like I was not ripped off between either experience. Yeah. AJR was great because of the kids and them getting to get that experience. Aside from that, I'd have been like, I'm fine. I'm fine right here. I've got a good view.
Here's my thing is just like, I think I have two things. Because number one, if I'm in a place, like if I'm getting a seat, there are two situations where I have a seat and it is a small enough venue that no matter where I'm sitting, I'm going to have a decent view. Or it is a like really big show where I have a very far away view, but trying to get access to GA to make being GA worth it requires me to get to the venue way earlier than I'm comfortable with.
Right. Yeah.
And fighting with fucking teenagers and shit to get.
Yes. Exactly.
And I'm not willing. I'm fucking 34. I'm almost 30. I'm closer to 35 than I am 34 at this point. I think. Yeah. I don't know. Probably not. Whatever. But I just can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. I know I'm older than Lilli. Fuck you. Fuck you, Elliot. Little bitch. Hey, twerps. It's Days of Future Past. Lilli, my chair's spinning. It's the morning after we recorded the episode, and I remembered a thing. I don't usually remember things, so I'm recording it while I still remember. I was going to say, I made a mention of that little bitch Elliot's message was going to, I was going to have something to say about a change in my personality, potentially. And I'm thinking, even though my heart is black and sealed off, I'm going right now. Goodbye. My heart is black and sealed off by seats at concerts. I think now that my hair can do this, it might be time to try a pit again. Anyway, back to past Lilli. Goodbye. Elliot continues. Also, what happened to Hey Adam / Lilli? What are you thinking of this song? Was it a conscious decision that you dropped that segment bit? I miss it. Not conscious at all. I think we just forgot. Yep.
I thought you brought it back last week.
I don't think I did. I think I did I've been doing the Hey Adam, and then reading the song stuff, but we haven't been doing the what do you think about the song thing in a while. It wasn't a conscious decision. I just kind of forgot to do it, but I'm not opposed to doing it.
No. So it's fine. It can come back. Little bitch, it can come back. I mean, we've just found another different way to naturally segue into things when there's words that are written for stuff.
Indeed. But for now, thank you everybody for sending in your comments and stuff. Please continue to do so by messaging us on our Instagram, Sad Kids Record Society, or you can email us at thediscopod@gmail.com, or leave a comment on any of our YouTube videos, or leave a review on any of the various podcast apps, or a comment on any of the various podcast apps, and we will read those as well. Yep. Thank you everybody for doing that. Adam, should we get into the meat?
Made it.
Let's meet it.
Made it.
Nathan Codgett is saying emo is a pile of shit.
Oh shit, yeah.
Why is that?
Well, emo as it is today, emo is basically a pair of jeans and a haircut.
So we are going to talk about Sleep, a song that we were supposed to talk about last week, but we got a little too encumbered by the emotions contained within the song Mama.
If I'd have known the fucking day after we recorded that episode that I would have had the day that I went and had, I'm incredibly still just traumatized by all of it. The fun thing is I'm going to have to blow up my wife's spot here because she likes to fall asleep incredibly early most evenings. And Friday after we recorded, we went and did our normal, parent adult things that we do. And she fell asleep at like 10:30. And there's lightning and all this kind of stuff around us. Never thunder. It was just kind of like lightning all around. But she's just passed asleep like a little baby. Sure. It's like, I don't want to wake you up, but I'm not tired enough to want to like sit here and scroll my phone. I'm not going to play Forza at 10:30 at night because you're dead asleep. It's like, I'll go sit outside.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I maintained to keep myself up until about like 3:30 in the morning.
Well, I was keeping you company a little bit.
You and I were talking for a little bit. Aurora and her friend were talking shit about something. I called them and talked shit back to them for a little bit, and then continued to just kind of like hang out. And then I walked in at 3:30 and the door was too loud. And that's what woke up Carrie. And then she was very angry. Mm-hmm. Not really very angry. She went back to sleep after a while. Yeah, she was a little irked about it. And then it got to be like 10:30 in the morning and I wake up, which is very rare that I sleep that late. Mm-hmm. She's not in the bedroom. She's taking care of laundry. She's taking care of dishes. She even made a pot of coffee. And I hear her go and sit out on the front porch. And she was like, "It's our anniversary. Why did you wake me up?" I was like, "You were asleep. I do not like waking you up when you are asleep." So we started our anniversary Saturday. I was just a little annoyed with each other. Not annoyed with each other. She was annoyed with me, rightfully so, incredibly rightfully so. And then that just kind of like was the trajectory for the rest of the weird day that occurred from there.
Because something we didn't mention up top was that the whole denim ghosting happened and the truck wreck happened on your anniversary as well.
On our 11th
one day on your anniversary. Yeah, cool.
Good stuff.
Why did we start talking about this?
Why did we start talking
I
about
legitimately
this?
Forget. Anyway, we're here to talk about sleep. Maybe it was sleep caused you to think about it. Maybe. I don't know.
It wasn't meat.
It wasn't meat. It was sleep. We were talking about sleep, which we were supposed to talk about last week because of how
that's right. And
emotional. Okay. But we're back. We're going to talk about it. There's not a ton of like excess information about this song. We've also kind of talked a little bit about it already as far as like what it is. But it was this fucking mansion that they recorded in.
Yeah.
Caused a lot of issues. Like, as we know, Mikey had to go and get fucking addiction treatment. Gerard Gard, had night terrors, and that is kind of what this song, what spawned this song essentially. And so a big piece of this song is him talking into basically it's this like warbled tape recorder effect where he's talking and telling someone about the experiences with these night terrors. And it's kind of like garbled and like chopped up and it's like kind of scattered throughout the song. But one thing that I do want to do is people have isolated this and kind of not a fully complete summary, but a summary of like what he is saying in this recording. So we're going to go through the song and like talk about like how it's pieced together. But I do want to, if you'll allow me, I do want to read like the transcript kind of what is happening here. So it says, "Late last night, they're not like tremors. They're worse than tremors. There are these terrors. And it's like, it feels like as if somebody was gripping my throat and squeezing. And I feel like I'm being choked and I can't breathe. And then I shake and I convulse. And sometimes I'm trying to sleep. And I have these waking confessions." That seems weird. "And sometimes I see flames. And sometimes I see people that I love dying. And it's always I'm falling. And sometimes when I sleep, I can't ever wake up."
Damn.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the gist of like what is being said throughout this. And so the way that the song starts is like this recording and it like rewinds a bunch and like starts over and then goes in. And that might be a reference to a Pumpkins song. Because the song "Glass and the Ghost Children" has this clip of Billy Corgan speaking and it's very similar to what's happening in Sleep. And so there is a quote that Gerard Way did where he kind of talked about the similarities between the Smashing Pumpkins and My Chemical Romance. And he said, Gard said, in fact, when we made our first record, I had patterned our career off the Pumpkins because they were able to do such free and artistic music. So there is a slight chance that like that was intentional.
Sure.
And as we know, I, for a long time, did think that Billy Corgan and Gerard Way were the same person because this era of Gerard Way looked like, with the blonde and everything, looked very much like Tonight Billy Corgan.
Yeah.
And those two music videos, The Black Parade and Tonight, were playing on Kerrang at the same time. And I would see them pretty close together regularly. So, hey, interesting shit. Before we get further into it, let me talk about some credits here. Released on October 23rd, 2006, produced by My Chemical Romance and Rob Cavallo. Written by Gard, Mikey Way, Bastard, Frankie Iero, Mikey Way, Bastard Man, Mikey Way, Frankie Iero, Ray Toro, and Bob Breyer. And just in case you weren't aware, Adam, that collection of vagabonds and rogues is My Chemical Romance.
Wow.
That is my, if I can find it, I'll put a clip here. That wow is one of my favorite sound effects ever. And it comes from this really unfortunately named like child, like PC art program that I used to fuck with in the 90s called KidPix. KIDPIX.
Yeah, that feels, yep.
It's basically like, what if like you made paint goofy for kids, and that's what KidPix was, but it used to have these like sound effects, and so when you did something like amazing, it would go wow, and then when you needed to undo, it would go oh. And so if I can find the sound effects, I'll put them here. But yeah,
I made a boo boo, yeah.
My bad.
Now wait a minute. Oh no. Who don't want it? Oops. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Undo. Wait a minute. Whoops.
Yep.
Yikes.
No way. Oh, man.
Wow.
and if not, that was just a really awkward silence. Master at Sterling Sound, mix at Resonate Music in Burbank, percussion Bob Breyer, drums Bob Breyer, label Bob Breyer, Bob Loblaw's Loblog. Label Reprise Records, background vocals Ray Toro and Frank Iero, rhythm guitar Frank Iero, bass guitar Bastard Man Mikey Way, lead vocals Gard. Song that sampled Sleep, Wake Up by Fond Memory Vacation, Johnny Suckle by Photon, don't like that, and This Could Have Been Nice by Renard. Songs that interpolate Sleep, Creep by Quentin Lovejoy.
Of course.
Yeah, and there's already a song called that Quentin. Holy shit, he did the recording. He did like the There Are These Terrors part in the song.
Oh god.
That's I'm not gonna do it in this one. That's insane.
That's dedication.
Some say that zombies are a terror risen from a graveyard and the skeletons are shooting their arrows can be ruthless. Yeah, oh fuck. God, I do have to like sit and listen to this sometime because it's either like incredible or just fucking awful. So that's kind of like the over under on these Quentin Lovejoy songs, but I do enjoy reading the lyrics to them. Sleep covers by Tired Violence featuring Ricky Jab, and the Rock Sound cover is by New Year's Day. I did listen to that one. It's pretty good. I like it.
Nice.
There's a live performance live from Mexico, and we've got Spanish and Portuguese translations.
Portuguese.
What do you got?
Well, for the tags, we've got rock opera, hard rock. Yeah,
Sorry.
what the fuck is a shoegaze? No, it's fine.
Well, I know. I know what shoegaze is. Shoegaze is a genre. Yes. I don't know that I would call Sleep shoegaze is my problem.
I'm going to have to learn something. All right. Rock opera, shoegaze, hard rock concept album, USA, in English, alternative metal, emo, post-hardcore, art rock, alternative rock.
Yeah.
What in the fuck is a shoegazy?
It's a genre of music. Like, it's a real ass genre of music. It's just like, what a strange fucking...
Indian alternative rock characterized by long, loud, and droning songs with an emphasis on psychedelia and heavy, distorted, and effect-laden guitars.
I guess. I don't know. Like, I mean,
here we are again with Yellow.
Yeah.
Just Yellow is every genre.
Yellow is every genre. Yellow is every song.
Yes. Like, and it was all Yellow.
Like, I would say, like, My Bloody Valentine is shoegaze. I would say, like, fucking Slow Dive. I would say, like, there's some, like, I don't know that I would call this song shoegaze, but maybe I'm fucking weird, but who knows? Anyway.
I don't think I'm going to put this in the same genre as Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol, nor Champagne Supernova by Oasis.
Yeah, I would consider those
let me be correct.
Shoegaze for sure.
Yeah. I just learned of it, and I'll agree.
I don't really know. There's not really like a ton of like funny comments on this one. So
no, I'm sure it's just terrifying stuff. I mean,
yeah.
Today, I was driving in my car listening to a podcast. It was a gaming podcast, and two of the hosts had talked about previous ghost experiences, kind of like this, like Night Trimmer kind of stuff. And as I'm driving, I'm even feeling unsettled. So it's like, I don't know if I need more of this right now.
Yeah, it's a very relatively serious comment section today, so we'll just skip past that. Not a ton of else to like go through. So the first question that I would like to ask you, Adam.
Oh,
son.
So glad we're so fucking back right now.
We're so back. Let's fucking go. We're back like we never been back, bitches.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're back. I really think this is a good song. The only slight that I have for it is that it follows Mama.
Sure.
And it's not Cancer. So like, I don't want to, like I said that I like Sleep, and I don't want to like pin it against these great songs that are on this album and make this song not sound great. But like, holy shit, we just had two really good songs, and Sleep, while still being good, is another shift in tone that just kind of feels jarring, but like with the context of what this band was going through in this fucking haunted mansion with Eddie Murphy, it makes sense.
With Eddie Murphy, you fucking dumbass, you moron, you absolute goon. This haunted mansion with Eddie Murphy. Go fuck yourself.
How do you feel about this song?
I feel about how I admit this song. I think this song is fucking incredible. Like, I've always thought that this song was deeply underrated by people. I don't see a lot of people talking about this song. I think that this is a fucking incredible song, and I think for me to feel so strongly about it, after a song like Mama, I think is a testament to it as a song. I think it is I think it is like really different in a different universe. Like the way everything about like the guitars and the outro of the song and stuff is so bombastic that it feels like an ending.
A little bit.
You get jumped in with a couple extra songs for like an encore almost. Like it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like this foreboding completeness in a way.
Yeah.
And not to be said, like, I'm glad that the rest of the album is there, obviously, because we've got a few more songs to go through. But like,
sure,
like I'm like I think this song is incredible. I don't know how to explain it. I was listening to it today, and it makes me cry. Like I listened to it, and it made me tear up a little bit, just like listening through it and like listening to the words and like consuming it. Pretty like I think it's a phenomenal song.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's what I think.
He still proves to be like a vocal powerhouse all throughout this, while still kind of it's like a semi-restrained thing while he's still being like top volume. Mm-hmm. I mean, it feels so painful in so many ways.
I almost feel like, if I'm thinking about like the way this song starts, not that I don't think Mama should be where it is. I think that Sleep after Mama, Sleep is like this dark acceptance of oblivion almost, in a way.
Right.
So it makes sense that it comes after the bulk of the journey, as it were.
Yes.
But with the way that it starts, I almost feel like it would have been a better way to ease you back into the rest of the album after Cancer. Because Cancer is just primarily a piano ballad, and then it starts off with like, before it launches you into the instrumentals. So like in my head, like I want Cancer to lead directly into Sleep, but you have this like off ramp for Mama before you get back on, and it feels a little jarring. But I think that Sleep is a fantastic song.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it feels like a closer. For God's sakes, it's called Sleep.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's the 10th song. So it's like, it's not like it would have been like a super short album if it was a closer. Again, I'm glad that there's the rest of it, but it's just like, it does feel like a closer in a lot of ways. And I think I mean, even like thematically, I guess it does make sense that it sounds like a closer, but it isn't, because of what I said. Like, it's this acceptance of like, I'm talking about bastard, man. I'm a fucking bastard, and I deserve this. And like, all this other stuff. So we can get into that if you're ready to kind of talk through it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So I read that like breakdown of like what he is saying. So again, the song starts out with this piano. Well, it starts out with this like garbled recorded tape recorder, where it just starts with there are these terrors, and it's like it feels like somebody was gripping and then it rewinds and goes, there are these terrors again, and it's kind of like you're listening to this almost like found tape audio of like somebody who was like, some fuck shit's happened to this person, and now you're listening to what's left. And as he's talking, this piano comes in, and it feels like it's this ballad, like it's going to be maybe a ballad, but you're hearing this stuff. So it's like, it's him repeating. It's like, there are these terrors, and it's like, it feels as if somebody was gripping there are these terrors, and it's like, it feels as if somebody was gripping my throat. Night, they're not like tremors, they're worse than tremors. They're these terrors. Like last night, they're not like tremors, they're worse than tremors. They're these terrors. And it's like, it feels as if somebody was gripping my throat and squeezing, and it's like as if somebody was gripping my throat. And so it's those pieces of that text that we read warbled through while this piano is like building and building and building.
Right.
And then you get the guitars, like the chicka chicka bow, and it blasts you into the song for a little bit before it calms back down and gets you into the verse. And it's just like the rhythmic drums behind the verse. And it's just like, and it feels like something. It feels like an ending. It feels like a closing.
Yeah. Yes.
In a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
It's like I play these quietly in the background. I'm just like listening to the guitars and like how completely insane it is. But then it calms down and he gets you into the verse, and he says, some say now suffer all the children and walk away a savior. or a madman and polluted from gutter institutions, don't you breathe for me, undeserving of your sympathy, because there ain't no way that I'm sorry for what I did. Yeah. And again, it's him singing, so he's like fucking going through, there ain't no way that I'm sorry for what I did. Yeah. Where he's like stretching those vocals out, like the way that he does, right? So we start with this where he's kind of talking about like suffer all the children and walk away as savior, where he's kind of like in his head going through the options of what he could have done, what he can do to become the type of person that he could have or should have been. Where this is even a callback to the Black Parade, right?
Yep.
Will you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned, and not living up to that promise that he made to his dad, right? So I can either walk away that savior by the way that I do everything, or, you know, I can gutter institutions, like all the bad shit that I did and the drinking and the drugs and the fucking everything.
Yeah.
Become a madman and polluted, become crazy, become polluted by the shit that I've done. And it's very clear through the journey of this album and what he's saying here, he chose that second one. Right. Yep. Because he goes in through here, and he's now talking to, at this point a number of people he could be talking to. His former partner, his mom, his dad, any number of people he could be talking to here, where he's talking about, don't you breathe for me.
Right.
You can't help me. I don't deserve your sympathy. And I'm not fucking sorry.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
And the way that he just like punches breathe, and he punches sympathy, and he leads out of this verse in the way that you had already intoned. Like, oh my God.
I just love the way you're right. Don't you breathe for me, undeserving of your sympathy.
Oh yeah.
And again, he drags out the no way I'm sorry for what I did. And goddamn, it's just so like, whoa, like intense, crazy.
I mean, even like the first verse here, along with everything else that we've said, like first verse alone, you could convince yourself that this is the last song.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we're touching back to, the semi-titular track, like, and everything else. We're touching back on how he's a terrible person. Yeah, and this is kind of an admission, obviously, more so than he's already admitted. He's not sorry for a goddamn thing. There is no changing. There is nothing. Yeah. Where just cancer is like the slowly dying. The mom is, either the letter, or it's just the slow fucking regret that's not regret for how that all had been handled, and trying to admit that he could have been better. And then this is just like, I'm on my way out. Fuck this. There's nothing that I could have done aside from be the person that I grew up to be. I'm sorry, Dad, that I wasn't what you wanted.
It almost like... And the reason why I'm okay with it coming after Mama is because like Mama felt like this catharsis moment, right? Where
a little bit,
it's like, let me try and get this last little bit. Cause we talked about last week about how like, it's this origin point almost of all the problems. And we talked about going back to that point, and like that's where you center your anger, because that's where it came from and all this other stuff. And so it's like this person's last ditch effort to try and get absolution from the place that caused him to be this way, and didn't get it. And so now he's just throwing up middle fingers to everything and saying, I'm not sorry, whatever. And it goes into this pre-chorus where it's like, it's this disbelief. And that's why I think he's probably talking to his partner, or this person that he is so attached to, because the pre-chorus goes, and through it all, how could you cry for me? Like this disbelief that like, how could you, like, all this stuff that I did, how could you possibly be upset that I'm gone and that I'm going? Yeah. How could you cry for me? Because I don't feel bad about it. So shut your eyes, kiss me goodbye. And it's this build, right? So shut your eyes, kiss me goodbye. And sleep, and the guitars and everything come flourishing back in. Just sleep. The hardest part is letting go of your dreams.
Yeah.
Drops back down.
I mean, like, all of this kind of leads back to first one real quick. Like, what is the exact gutter institution here? Is it like family? Is it the church? Is it the military complex? Like, which one of these? Is it all of them? Because this is a guy that's seemingly affected by all.
I think it's all of the above. Like, I think like he's fought this war. He's, you know, dealt with the church and like these people who, you know, all this other stuff. He's dealt with the partying and the drugs and the everything. Like, he's dealt with all of it. His upbringing and everything, and all of this stuff has polluted him to get him to this point. And I think it's all of the above. I think you can kind of pick, and you're going to be right regardless.
Right.
So,
I mean, because it seems like, you know, in the conversation of who is this with, it's everybody. This is kind of like where like it's this introspective, extrospective thing where he's on, like, he's having this full admission with himself that he just was never going to be anything that anybody wanted. And he's not sorry for that. But then he's also kind of having the conversation with the people, admitting that he's actively not sorry for this. And how could you cry for me?
Yeah. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't, like, how could you possibly care about me? Because I've done all this shit. So just like, basically it's just like, I don't feel bad. How could you possibly feel bad for me?
Right.
Just let me go.
Yeah.
And this whole just sleep, this moment of like sleep, the you know, death is the permanent sleep. You know what I mean? And it's just let me go and sleep. Let me sleep.
Which is then like,
go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I was just gonna say, that chorus ends with like almost this admission. The hardest part is letting go of your dreams. Like, it's like an admission that he wishes that he could have been more, or he could have done something else or done something more. And that's the hardest part of letting go for him.
Right.
And it's this admission that like maybe he has unfinished business. Maybe he didn't quite do what he wanted to, but just let me go. Yeah. Just let me sleep. I'm tired. I'm done.
Yeah. I can get behind that.
Yeah. We move into verse 2, and the end of the chorus, letting go of your dreams, a drink, and it like goes right into the second verse. Like, it flows so well. Where he goes, a drink for the horror that I'm in, for the good guys and the bad guys, for the monsters that I've been. Misheard lyric. I used to think it was for the good years and the bad years, not good guys and bad guys.
Oh,
because he kind of, for the good years and the bad guys. He kind of like flirt. So I thought he was saying years for a long time.
Sure.
Which I guess still works, but
yeah, absolutely.
For the monsters that I've been, 3 cheers for tyranny. Unapologetic apathy, because there's no way that I'm coming back again. So this is another like thing, like the horrors that I'm in, the stuff that I'm dealing with, just even talking about like the cancer and like everything that it's doing to him and wrecking him from the inside, right? For the good guys and the bad guys and the monsters that I've been, where there's kind of levels to the people that he's been. Like, there have been good times, sure, but he's been the bad guy, and even worse than that, he's been this monster. He's done these monstrous things throughout his life, whether that be what he did during the war or what he did when he came back, or like all this other stuff. Like, he is this monstrous guy,
which is also incredibly interesting, because throughout this entire album, I don't think there's been one single time that we could point at the patient and say that he's been a good guy.
No, not really.
So it's almost like he's lying to himself a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I think the only time you could really pinpoint, it's like, and we don't really know, but like when he goes back and thinks about the time that he was at the parade with his dad.
The parade. Yeah.
It's like that could have been the one point where he was this good person. And maybe the pressure of being this thing for his dad was kind of like the corrupting spark. And then he just allowed the rest of it to fucking flood over him after that. But Who knows? But there's a point in everybody's life where they're not a bad person, and then the path you do, things you choose to do kind of dictate what happens next. So, and you get this like 3 cheers for tyranny, 3 cheers for sweet revenge.
Yep.
No, but 3 cheers for tyranny and unapologetic apathy, because there ain't no way that I'm coming back again. Where he talks about like tyranny and just like this, like that's the type of person that he's been, this tyrannical fuck. You think about like dictators almost when you think about tyrannical tyranny. This like horrific controlling person, this tyrannical person who just doesn't care about anything.
Right.
Without shame, doesn't care about anything.
Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of where it can go back to the institutions too, because it's just been a constant fucking failure. And this is like the failure of the highest regard.
Well, yeah,
it's just all controlling.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right, because it can be tyranny that he's committed in his own apathy, but it also can be the tyranny that's been committed against him and the apathy of the institutions that have allowed him to spiral in this way. So it kind of works on multiple levels. Because there ain't no way that I'm coming back again, which is just like this, again, another admission that he's fucking done. There's no coming back from this. I'm gone. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We go into the pre-chorus again and then back into the chorus. And the last part of the second chorus, instead of letting go of your dreams, he says the hardest parts, the awful things that I've seen.
Right.
Which ties back to like he's coming to terms with his death and like having to revisit all of these things and these horrible things from his past. But I think it also speaks to this inability to like just sleep, like the sleep of normal sleep. Just like I can't even sleep right because I'm thinking, I'm having nightmares. I'm thinking constantly about all this everything. Stuff. Right. Going back to the dreams, letting go of your dreams, which are plaguing him in his sleep, but also like the future, like all this other stuff. So it's just this whole thing. Oh God, we're being beset upon by 2 of them.
I know, we've been besieged.
Ow.
Oh, yep.
Me and Aurora are having a piece off.
Somebody fell off the porch yesterday a little bit and has busted.
I fell on the porch.
Oh, you did fall on the porch from the railing into a chair that I was sitting on. Loud thud, busted lip later.
I watched it in slow motion. Got a nice little like knot on the back of my head and bruises everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not a klutz.
Yeah.
Well,
love that.
Love that.
I love how they just come in at all the moments where they can. Yeah.
I was having a little peace off with Aurora while you were talking to your wife. But yeah, so the thinking about like how these nightmares and these things that he's seen are like not only plaguing him in death, but plaguing it, like he can't escape them because they're with him in death. They're with him when he's alive. Like he's just constantly beset upon by them.
Yeah. And it's kind of at this point where it's the question of this, is this him? Because he's already admitted everything else so far. Is this also this doesn't seem like him admitting that he's done things. This is more so I've seen. This makes him come off a little more passive, where I think of the awful things that I've done would have been like furthering that admission, and still kind of seems like as much as he knows, he still can't fully
like he can't fathom it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a processing thing, right? Like he's seen as many bad things as he's done. And even maybe part of it is that he can't like parse it in his fucking head. Right. As the stuff that he's seen. Like it's just like it's almost as bad, if not worse, than what he's done. Because he can't like put it together in his head.
Yeah.
So we get to this interlude and it goes back to the piano and I really, really like this part because it goes back to the recording, a different part of the recording.
Yeah.
And it's the piano and it's building with the guitar and the piano into the bridge and this next part. but it starts with him going, just sleep. Do, 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 do. So the word just sleep, do, 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 and it's building and building, just sleep. And while he's doing this, he says that 3 times, the quiet part. And behind it, you're hearing more of this recording. So these just sleeps are interspersed with this. Sometimes I see flames, and sometimes I see the people that I love dying, and it's always I see flames, and sometimes I see the people I love dying, and it's always I see flames, and sometimes I see the people I love dying. And it's always, and then it goes to the bridge where he just goes, just sleep. Yeah. And this is where like the guitar in the here is like insane and this big bombastic thing. And it's like, just sleep. And he's just, and he gets through all of these just sleeps. There's 4 of them where he's just like getting increasingly more frantic and building up. And then while the guitar is going fucking crazy, this like squealing guitar and like this like guttural fucking guitar playing, he's screaming over and over again, wake up, wake up. And it's kind of faint, but you can hear it. He's screaming, wake up over and over again until it like hits this crescendo and cuts out. And it's just like the outro guitar, the where he's doing that, and the outro is him, more of that recording, and it says falling, and sometimes when I sleep and I can't ever wake up.
Yeah.
And so the song started with the tape recorder clicking on, and the song ends with the tape recorder clicking off, like as the guitar fades out, and that's sleep. This insane fucking song, and it's just like, wow, that's really the fucking end. And
right.
Like, that's what it feels like in the moment, right?
Yeah. I think this is one where like a very big comparison could probably be made to anything by Pink Floyd. Like this does kind of have that kind of vibe to it, really. And it hurts. Like come the end, you don't know if you feel bad, if you feel like nasty, or if you just kind of feel like, yeah, that's that character. And obviously we get more, but it's like that's the patient, and you just never know what you're going to get from him. Whether it's whether it's trying to get him to come to parses with who he is, that should have been said. Whether he's trying to like parse out who he is or what he's done or who he could have been, and then it's still just plagued by his entire life. And it's every time that you want to take a chance to say, yeah, I can see that. That kind of sucks for this character. It's like, somewhere else, you're like, but that's also who this character is.
Yeah. And I think it's also like part of the thing that really gets me about it too is that like this theme of him like constantly having to relive these horrible things because he can't escape them also ties back into the choice to include the recording. And the recording is always getting to a point and then warbling and rewinding and going back to a point, and over again. It's repeating and repeating and repeating. So it kind of ties this theme of repetition and of this powerlessness again, and the sleep paralysis and the sleep and the demons and stuff like that, like this powerlessness to your fate almost, where it's just like, and this like I said, this like dark acceptance of the way things are and the way things have to be. And it's like this it's insane. It's an insane song.
Well, and I'm glad that you actually kind of use that word, because come the end, or is this a character who's trying to prove his sanity, or that's just kind of come to terms with the fact that he's probably lived a little bit too much insanity and it just plagues every second of every day?
Or is it a character or is it a person like a character who is trying to come to terms with aligning those two things?
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
It's just like this is a very like it's a complex person who has dealt with complex things and like what they're dealing with on their death, and we've also like they're reliving all this stuff because of the journey that they're this like death journey that they're going on, and like where they're going with it. So big wild chaotic feels like it's a closer energy of this song.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I think it's an incredible song. And I know like thematically, like I listened to the song. I talked about how I cried when I listened to it. And it's just because like, I don't know. It's just like feels like it's such a powerful like this powerful acceptance of all of the shit. And it's like, you know, I haven't quite been there, but I've been there, you know, all the same. And it just like feels like very personal to me in that way as well. In a way, like I think that Mama is so incredible and it feels so personal to me and my lived experience in a way that I would say Sleep isn't, but Mama is almost too intense for me sometimes because of that, where I can listen to Sleep and feel those emotions and like blast sleep and rock out to sleep whenever. Like Mama is a selective listen, much like Cancer is a selective listen. Like I don't have Mama on playlists because I need to listen to Mama in a kind of a cordoned off environment.
Yeah.
Whereas like Sleep is on playlist, Sleep is on shuffle. Sleep is like a banger that feels intense, that feels powerful, that feels like a very strong song that I'm just cool to listen to whenever. Like it's such a great song. So that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, it's one of those that here we go again next time. And we go to Teenagers and it's like, what the fuck are we kind of doing? And I think like Teenagers being incredibly explosive, being one of the few singles that we've got to talk about in the last couple of weeks. Like it'll be interesting to talk about Teenagers in a way that I've literally never just parsed out The Patient and Teenagers.
Yeah, there's an interesting thing about Teenagers that we can get to when we talk about it.
Yeah. I've also noticed that I've said the word parse like 3 times on this episode. I'm going to get fucking waked for saying that so much.
But when we get to Teenagers next week, there's some stuff about Teenagers that I'd like to parse. Like, is it even related? It feel like what exactly? Like, I also don't think that I have parsed it myself in the grand scheme of the story. So is it like how like 21 Pilots tells a story in all their albums, but there's like that one song that doesn't go anywhere, or is it like describing like I don't know, like it's a whole thing. So we can get into that next week. But for now, we needed a little bit of a shorty this week. It's a for our own personal sanity. But for now, should we go to? Well, do you have any final words about Sleep before we?
No, I think it is a very good song. It is a great song. It is just one of those that I almost feel the inverse, because I do have Mama on playlist, but I will actively skip it if I know that I'm not in the right place to like listen to it. I think Sleep for me is going to be really one of those that it's like I can listen to, but it's not going to be one that I'm going to actively seek out no matter how good it is. But it is an incredibly, it's a troubling song. Like there's nothing about this song that's not troubling between the recording. It's just, it is something that you have to be kind of ready to go through. But you know, it's still.
Go ahead and finish your thought.
It's still just a fucking incredible song. I mean, we've heard sounds like this, we've heard him vocalize like this, but I think in such a through line kind of way. And this is a long song, like time wise, this is over 4 minutes.
Yeah,
and I think it's a long through song, that whole thing,
through it all.
Yeah,
it
never lets go.
It's a 4 minute and 43-second song, and a lot of it is the instrumentals and like the filler parts of it, where it's like the tape recording and the instrumentals. But like, there's not a ton in the way of lyrics, but it manages to communicate not only the message of the song, but the feeling through those instrumentals and through the tape recording. Like to me, it is a complete song that tells this story. And I think the way that it feels to me is that, like, okay, imagine you're playing a video game right? I'm so sorry for the game, for the people who aren't gamers. But imagine you're playing a video game and it's this long video game and you're going through and it's this really dark game. It's really like affecting you, and it ends in such a way that it's like, God, that fucking blows. Like, it's so dark. It's so like, like the resolution feels bleak for your characters that you spent so long getting to know.
Yeah.
And then the game is over, and then you get a new game plus, and you play through it, and then you get a true ending.
Right.
And it feels like, to me, Sleep is that bleak ending that you're just like, whoa. And
then F is laughing its ass off right now.
Right, God. And then we're about to get into the true ending, the post credits stuff that you get for 100% completion or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Excuse my analogy.
Well, I think even to go off of your analogy and compare it to something that we just watched, like we went and saw Obsession yesterday.
Yeah.
And there are parts of this song between like the recording to the patient back to that feel incredibly like this. You still feel incredibly bleak when you walk out of the theater.
Yeah.
But like there's this whole time that you just know this is an entire boiling point of a movie, and you're just waiting for the fucking kettle to blow. And that's kind of what this is. And as he builds those sleeps and wake ups towards the end, it's like, yeah, this is kind of exactly how I thought this could be. Obsession wasn't, for the record. But it's like, yeah, like, you know, this character is going to slowly break down and lose it all by the end. You've already seen signs of it. And then come the end, it's just like, shit, he's gone.
Yeah. And contrary to your take on it, like for me, this is a song that I seek out, and I don't know, right. But it's like, it is a song that I was like, you know what, I really want to listen to Sleep, and I will seek it out and listen to it, and I will put it on playlists, and I will blah blah blah. Yeah. It's not like I would, like, contrary to Cancer, I would play Sleep at like an emo night. You know what I mean? Like I would spin this. Like, it is a song that I have an attachment to, and just like you, like, I will occasionally seek Mama out, but Mama is one of those songs where, again, I don't listen to it very often. I listen to it on full listens of the album and all this other stuff, but I don't listen to it often because of what it invokes for me. Right. But Sleep is like an anytime song for me. Yeah. So, with that being said, should we go into the sound system?
Sound system.
Hoo-hoo! What? Chainsaw. Yeah. There is no fucking Limp Bizkit Fred Durst on this one.
Oh, imagine
Mulan featuring Fred Durst. Yeah. Go, we're fighting for. Yeah.
I'll make a man.
Hit the Hans with a chainsaw. So your song is making.
Where will my reflection go? What?
Oh, I am inside. Yeah.
So yeah, my song this week is "I'll Make a Man Out of You" by Donny Osmond on the Mulan soundtrack.
Yes, it is. It is in fact Donny Osmond that sings that song.
It just kind of felt like it was going to be that kind of week that needed the song, given what we had talked about earlier, given all the things. I don't know if I necessarily need to get into why "I'll Make a Man Out of You" is such a good song. It is something that has lived in our brains for decades at this point, that if you're not at the point of infection, you might not have the same kind of feeling about it because it's so fucking old at this point. But it probably is one of those that when you hear it, you're like, yeah, no, I can see why a lot of people... Yeah. A lot of old people really fuck with the song.
Sing about those who knew me.
This guy's got us scared to death.
Oh, they didn't say it right to me. Yeah, it's a great fucking song.
It's a great fucking song. It is a great mix song. There's a fantastic montage song. That
training
immediately
art.
just like
the way that God. Oh god, it's such every part of this song. I will never be tired of this song. I'm never gonna catch my breath. Say goodbye to those who knew me. Boy, was I a fool in school for a cutting gym. The idea that these ancient, this Han era Chinese people are going to gym class. This guy's gotten scared to death. Eddie Murphy, Haunted Mansion. Bobby doesn't say it right through me. Now I really wish that I knew how to swim.
Thanks, Poe. I
love Poe.
So much diversity in one song. I mean, you've got the chanting of "Be a man," and then you've just got Donny Osmond over the top of it. Like, oh my god,
yeah,
yes.
And I love it too. Is like when you couple it with the montage of it all, and like what it represents in the movie, where it's just like you would think this song "Be a Man" is this like toxic, like masculine anthem, but it's like it is building to this idea that like being a man is teamwork, and it is working together, and it is making friends, and is trusting people, and it is all this other stuff. And I love that message of it too, where it starts off as this like I'm gonna make a man out of you, and it's just like, you know, and that's what it winds up being. It's like we need to work as a team, and we need to be close.
Yes.
And like it is this really cool song. So I really like that song a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Great poll. Had to pull it this week. I mean, could not.
I mean, and I think what you're telling me is that you need to send Gabe off to war.
It seems like it. I mean, the more that the world just keeps building towards it, it seems like it's the only option. And given how America is these days, it may not even be an option for people of his age. It may just be, girl, bye, you're going. So I don't know. We'll find out. Only Donnie will tell. So,
yeah.
And, you know, of course, like I told you, and listeners can't even kind of probably be surprised by this, giving generally all of the things that have happened since you and I recorded last Friday, I wasn't necessarily seeking nor had the time to seek out a good fit. And I mean, it's not Come Say Something, but it's still pretty damn good.
Well, nothing is Come Say Something.
Correct.
If we're being,
we did watch the music video. It's great Fred Durst material.
Great. Love that for him and for you. My pick is Cellophane by Don Broco. I've talked about Don Broco here and there on this podcast, but they are a band that got recommended to me years ago by my good friend Cole Duncan. And Don Broco a couple of months ago released a new album called Nightmare Tripping. That this is Cellophane is the lead track on Nightmare Tripping, and my God,
that guitar's pretty fucking intense.
Well, listen, if like Don Broco, they're a British band, and they're just like fucking heavy, and they are just.
You got your Cellophane, love.
They do this like really like heavy rock music, and it's like headbanging music, and it's just like this fucking like good shit. I fucking love Don Broco. So Cellophane is my pick for this week. It's just like angry yelling.
Yeah.
They're like almost identifiable in a lot of ways, because it's like the way that it kind of starts. There's a part that's in there where it starts out with it's like the line is, "Do you have the minerals? Let me know." And then he just like starts screaming this shit. But like partway through the song, he goes, "Do you feel invisible? Let me know." Do you feel invisible? Yeah, I know. And it's just like, and like, it's just this like hard, like rocking, like, oh, like, yeah. And then it just, their songs kind of hit you with that periodically. It's just like, what the fuck? And it's like, get out of here, feelings. And it's just, they're really fucking good. So I highly recommend Nightmare Tripping. There is a song on Nightmare Tripping. The title track does feature Nickelback.
Hell yeah.
So that's worth noting. Then there's some other songs, like their song Gum Shield is a great song that I really like. Their song Porky's was the first Don Broco song that I ever heard. And it's really fucking good. Porky's, and they have a song, it's just called Yen, but it's like the yen symbol.
Sure.
Money. That's also really good. So, but yeah, Cellophane.
This is a very visually diverse music video. As much as like a video of a band performing in a tunnel can be, there's still plenty happening here. I'm gonna have to listen to this like with proper sound. I just saw like the Freddy Krueger popping out of the wall kind of visual. There's a bullet. I'm gonna have to do this.
A lot going on. Yeah. But yeah, Don Broco really fucking. If you just want to listen to something heavy, give Don Broco a shout because they are really good. Like Nightmare Tripping is a great album, but Cellophane is like this perfect. I think Cellophane is like this perfect microcosm of why I like Don Broco.
Sure.
So definitely check them out, please. And
I can dig this.
That brings us to the end of our podcast for this week. Again, shorter than typical. Oh. You had an option and you exercised your options.
I know. I did.
Me, you fuckhead.
I sure did. I'm all on you on behalf of the listeners.
Okay. Well, they don't need your help. They don't need yours. I don't need your simpy, and they don't need your simpy either. God damn it.
Because I've got 2 days to pack, declutter the house. You know what? You ever want to come back to a house with like even one leftover in it? Even one leftover in the house after like 4 days? No, thank you.
No, thank you.
You know what's for dinner tonight? Pizza rolls and breadsticks. Because you know what pizza rolls and breadsticks don't do? Leave leftovers.
True. I've never in my life had leftover pizza rolls.
No, I've had leftover pizza. I've had leftover cold pizza.
Yes.
That's like stellar.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever want to make a
rolls.
No.
Anywho's it. Thank you all for joining us. You can hit us up at the places like we talked about. Email at thediscopod@gmail.com. Yeah. Instagram at Sad Kids Record Society. What? Check the show notes for the links to our socials. Check it. And I think that's really about it. We will be next week, in theory, with Teenagers and Disenchanted. But you never fucking know.
Who knows?
Till then, I declare this meeting of the Sad Kids Record Society closed. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Did you put your hat on like that?
I don't know.
It looked like squeezy jibs. Squeezy jibs.
There we go.
Fuck off. Nope.
That's how we do it.
Nope.
Don't like rock that. It like this.
Don't like that.
Rest of the way.
Don't like that. Wear that until this weekend. Like that.
Yeah. I'll drive to Ohio like that.
Yeah.
It's even worse. Snapbacks can't do this.
You can, but you look like you. And that's part of the problem.
Put all the hair forward. Oh, none of the hair went forward.
Did I listen to pop music because I was miserable? Or was I miserable because I listened to pop music?